I received a message this morning from basically someone claiming to be a fellow atheist, and I don't mean claiming in that manner. Simply, it's nice to receive messages from people on all over the place. You know, people who are theists or atheists, or in this case, the person was raising the question about maybe pantheists or pagans or who are the other categories. Typically, we tend to divide the group into those who believe and don't believe. But the question that was sent to me was specifically, what about, basically it was couched in the words of pagans and pantheists and the like. And I live in a country of pantheists. You know, this is a country of where deities are everywhere. The gods are found under every stone and every bush and on the top of every mountain. Here, let's ride on the bike for a second. And there's shrines literally everywhere. I mean, you can't turn around and not find them. So what are my thoughts regarding? The person was asking me, what are my thoughts regarding those types of perspectives? And the answer is, see, here's a shrine right there. They're just everywhere. The answer is that my beef is not with monotheism or pantheism or paganism or whatever type of an ism that you want to imagine. My concern, that's really what it is. It's really a concern, is with the adherence to basically non-scientific dogma. The acceptance of non-scientific dogma. And why do I couch it as in the word of non-scientific dogma? Well, because let's explain our words, as good old Dr. Losi used to always tell me to do, define your terms. Dogma being the preconsidered and drawn conclusions of others that are given to us that we then accept as truth. That's basically what dogma is in a nutshell. And unscientific dogma would be dogma that is basically outside of the methodologies of science. Because science offers this dogma as well. I mean, when I read my science journals and I go through my list of science bulletins here on my iPhone, I'm basically accepting dogma. You know, I'm going through and I'm reading from Scientific American or whatever the journal may be, and they're telling me that XYZ has now been proven to be a fact, and I accept that as being the case because I'm not going to determine it myself. I'm not going to run through the test myself, but I trust those sources because I know that the methodology of science is one that loves to discover error. That the procedure of determining a hypothesis, of running it through tests, and then asking others to retest that and determine hopefully come up with the same results, or hopefully not come up with the same results, and show and reveal the error where it lies. And then most importantly, and basically that's peer review. The process of peer review, of questioning, of answering, of critical examination and argumentation, which is the foundation of the scientific methodology. And that gives me a reason to trust the dogma that comes through not every source that claims to be science, but the ones that I trust as being such. And I'm very skeptical, even of those that I know are that I in the past have respected and trusted. I'm even skeptical of those, and that's the methodology. That's why we're called skeptics. So that guy's taking a leak in his tomatoes over there. I just look over there. There's an old dude standing next to his garden, got his weenie out, taking a leak in his tomatoes. Won't his wife be surprised? Well, I guess you got to do it when you got to do it. So how do I feel about all those other isms? Well, I'm against any ism that isn't based on this rigorous methodology of thought and examination, and any dogma that is accepted by an individual or the masses that hasn't gone through that as well. So I'm not limiting my criticisms or my examination to monotheism, to Christianity in particular. It's just that's the one that happens to rear its head. There's a woman coming up here. Let's take a left here. That's the one that happens to rear its head most often wherever I tend to be looking. And that's the one that people tend to write to me to talk about. So that's why I tend to focus on that. But I feel the same way about the Shinto faith. Even this funny thing that I used to have a business called ShintoReligion.com. Isn't it strange, the irony of life? So I feel the same way about Shintoism. I feel the same way about Christianity. I feel the same way about Scientology and Mormonism and basically Hinduism and any other faith that you can imagine that is not that does not suffer its ideas to go through the fierce scrutiny and critical examination that is the core of the scientific method. That's why I adore being the recipient of the experience of those who do that methodology, even though I'm suspicious of them, and that's why I'm so in love with the fruits of reason, and so willing to fight where reason is outraged. So I hope that answers your question a little bit. I'm late for work. I can't believe I've been walking on my bike all along here, and but it was worthwhile to have I spend a little time with you guys this morning. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye bye.